Hi guys, today we're going to look at a new type of word problem, which is consecutive integers. Consecutive integers are integers that follow one another. So for example, consecutive integers would be like the numbers 5, 6, and 7, or etc. Or the numbers 9, 10, 11, etc. If you're on the negative side of the number line, they go up. So it'd be like negative 12, negative 11, negative 10, etc. Okay, consecutive integers, if you don't know what they are, you use let statements. And you say let x equal the first integer. And then since the second integer is always one higher than the one that came before it, you say let x plus 1 equal the second integer. I'm abbreviating integer. And then the next one is one higher than the last one. So it'd be x plus 2 equal the third integer. And if there were 4 integers, you would say x plus 3 equals the fourth integer. X plus 4 equals the fifth integer. And you could keep going for as many numbers as you don't know in the problem. Okay? Consecutive even integers are, for example, like the numbers 2, 4, and 6, etc. Or 22, 24, 26, etc. Or if you're on the negative side of the number line, negative 18, negative 16, negative 14, or negative 12, negative 10, negative 8. They always get higher. Okay, if you don't know what the numbers are, then you create let statements and they look like this. Let x equal the first integer. Then the next integer is always 2 higher than the last. So x plus 2 equals the second integer. And then the next one is 2 higher than that last one. So x plus 4 equals the third integer. And if there were a fourth integer, you would say let x plus 6 equal the fourth integer. And if there were a fifth integer, you would say let x plus 8 equal the fifth integer. And so on, always increasing by 2. The last type of consecutive integer we have is consecutive odd integers. So odd integers are kind of like 11, 13, 15, etc. Or 21, 23, 25, etc. Or if you're on the negative side of the number line, negative 53, negative 51, negative 49. Again, always getting higher and higher. Okay, going up the number line. If you don't know what the integers are, your let statements look like this. Let x equal the first integer. Let x plus 2 equal the second, because even though 2 is even, I know 2 is even, but the next integer is always 2 higher than the last. Like from 11 to 13, I add 2. And then from 13 to 15, I add another 2. So x plus 4 is going to be the third integer, and x plus 6 will be the fourth integer. So essentially, it's the same exact let statements as you had for even integers, consecutive even integers. They are exactly the same. Okay? It's just the difference is that your starting number is even and odd depending on the situation. Okay, so we'll look at some word problems. Look at example 1 right now. Find 3 consecutive integers whose sum is negative 60. I don't know what the integers are. I know that they're just consecutive. Okay, so we're looking at the first type of problem. So you say let x equal the first integer. Let x plus 1, because they're consecutive, equal the second integer. Now there are 3, so I'm going to do this again for a third one. X plus 2 equals the third integer. And it says whose sum is negative 60. So when I add them up, x plus 1 plus x plus 2, their sum is negative 60. And now I solve. I have 3x plus 3 equal to negative 60. I subtract 3. 3x equals negative 63. I divide by 3. X equals, when I divide by 3, I get negative 21. So my first integer is negative 21. My second integer is 1 higher than that, negative 20. And my third integer is 1 higher than that, negative 19. And those are my 3 integers. Okay, taking a look at the next one. Find 4 consecutive odd integers whose sum is 45. So I am going to find consecutive odd integers. That means I need let statements that say let x equal the first integer, let x plus 2, because odd integers increase by 2, equal the second integer, let x plus 4 equal the third integer, and it says that there are 4 of them, so I need to do this again for a fourth integer. Let x plus 6 equal the fourth integer. And it says their sum is 45. So I'm going to add them up. X plus 2 plus x plus 4 plus x plus 6. Their sum is 45. When I combine like terms, I get 4x plus 12 equal to 45. I subtract 12 on both sides. I have 4x equals 33. That's weird. Something's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4x plus 10, 12, subtract the 12, 33. Something's wrong with this problem. Oh, you know what? I think it was supposed to be 3 consecutive odd integers. 10. Yeah. Go back and change this to 3 consecutive odd integers. I think I meant this to be 3 of them. So you would have x plus 2 plus x plus 4. Sorry, guys. Let's erase that. Plus x plus 4. Take out the x plus 6. Equal to 45. So this would give me 3x plus 6. Okay, so this should be, cross that out. 3x plus 6 equals 45. I hope that works out. Yeah. So when I subtract 6, so forget that, I'm going to get 3x equals 39. Divide by 3, x equals 13. Okay, so the first integer is 13, the second integer is 15, and then the last integer is 17. Okay. And we'll do one more. The next one is going to have like a little bit more complicated of an equation. So for the next one, you're going to say, okay, find 3 consecutive integers such that twice the second is 9 less than the first. So we're going to first just do the part where it says 3 consecutive integers. I know I have 3 consecutive integers. So let x equal the first integer, let x plus 1 equal the second integer, and let x plus 2 equal the third integer, right? Because they're consecutive, each one increases by 1 each time. Now my equation is not that they have some sum, that they add up to something, but instead my equation this time is that twice the second is 9 less than the first. So twice the second is saying twice this one here, x plus 1. So 2 times x plus 1, twice the second, equals 9 less than the first. So the first integer is the x. So 9 less than x minus 9. And now I can solve. I'm going to distribute 2x plus 2 equals x minus 9. I'll subtract x on both sides. I have x plus 2 equals negative 9. Subtract 2, x equals negative 11. So when I sub back into my let statements, negative 11 is my first integer. 1 higher than that is negative 10 is my second integer. And then 1 higher than that, negative 9, is my third integer. Okay, we'll go over these in class today, and you'll have a little bit of homework on this.